His pass.
Yeah.
The 2025 season's over. Regular.
Yeah, it is.
It's the first time I'm not upset to not be playing in a title game.
This is true.
All right. Roll that intro.
Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. The After Dark Show is upon you. The After Dark Show is upon you. Every week your team sucks. Every week we let you know we are here to make fun of you. Every week your team sucks.
That is right. Welcome in, everyone, to the After Dark Show right here on the Quack and Off channel as we look at rivalry weekend, conference championship weekend, and coaching and hirings. Yes, that's a topic for everyone on the panel tonight. If you didn't read the topic of the show above you before joining, that is our scenarios. And I swear to God, I have a timer, and I will nuke this show if you go over that 35 to 40-minute segment section timer. I will nuke this motherfucker. I will burn this shit into the ground so fast. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining. Please hit that like and consider subscribing. How is everyone doing on the panel tonight?
Doing fantastic after a great day of college football.
I'd be doing better if I was Lane Kiffin's agent, but
A bunch of agents are very happy this weekend.
Hey, Dave, thank you so much. Actually, I was at the game, so it was particularly painful to see Rutgers really snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. So I appreciate it.
Poor O'Duck.
Yeah. Poor
Adam's girlfriend.
poor Rutgers. Jesus. Yeah, you missed. Hey, Grace, we got an appearance by Grace when you were out smoking, man.
Oh,
We
shit.
asked
No.
we asked her how much Adam had to pay her to come on the show for a minute.
Look,
She said not enough.
paying people for various activities, as you know, is one of the most historical traditions in the country, is it not? In the world.
and if you,
In the world history, I think, yeah.
yeah, that's not an American only phenomenon.
It's one of the oldest professions known to man.
I don't know what a
Appearing
man
on,
is.
appearing on podcasts.
What is a man? I don't know what a man is. What is a woman?
Oh, Jesus Christ. And
All
this
right,
is how
panel. Tell us,
this is how we
or
started
not
the show.
panel. We're going to do this a little different. Chat, give us the topic that you want us to start out with first. Coaching, rivalry week, or what was the third one?
It was conference titles.
Conference titles. Where you guys want us to start off with first?
Chat is slacking. Hey, Dragon.
Hey, Drake. Come on, Dave. Troy, somebody.
Oh, birthdays. We got birthdays. And the birthday
All
girl
right.
said rivalries. So I kind of like that.
Rivalries. All right.
Rivalries. That fits. I
Were there any
no problem
rivals?
with
Hey. There was a few rivalries. Sean, do you want to give us an update on a rivalry?
Well, first, Spaz.
Well,
Spaz. Why
Oh.
would we make Megan wait till Monday night on my channel for a happy birthday song to Megan?
Oh, with this panel? Are you sure?
Oh yes. Let's a happy birthday to
can't you just
Megan
create
from fake Australia.
You just create another AI like Breaking Benjamin happy birthday song to send.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Megan. Happy birthday to you.
Megan, I want to wish you a happy birthday. Apparently, you live in Australia, which is a very, very impressive conservative country. And I want to also wish a happy birthday to my mother, who turned 84 today, and that is years old. And we had a wonderful dinner, and she said she still loves me after all these years. So, hey, I got to tell you, I'm a lucky man.
Did you hear what he told her in the background, Ben?
No.
The truth. I told her the truth. I said, Mom.
Oh, yeah. No, that was funny. Yeah. I laughed. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I told her she looks like she's, 15 years younger. I said, but what's going to happen is she's going to make it to 99, and a few days before her 100th birthday, she's going to drop dead. And she's like,
she's going to Betty White it, huh?
That's what I told her. I said exactly what I said. I said you're gonna be just like Betty White, who died from the COVID vaccine.
Oh, Jesus! Right, that's even worse than what you said.
The thing is, my mom agreed with me. That was the weird part.
She's going to die from the COVID vaccine about 20 years after getting it.
Or she's going to be like Bob Saget, go to bed, hit her head, and that's going to say bye-bye, back to purgatory.
Oh my God.
Gee, tough battle tonight.
Hey, Megan, I see Megan commenting exactly. My great aunt died at 99 years, 11 months. So, hey, we're not far off the mark. My mom gets to see 3 more presidential elections.
And Megan's not off here though, too. My great aunt was 3 months from 100, and my grandmother was 2 months from 100 when they both died. They were that close. That close. We just let our great aunt think she was so delusional at that point. We were just like, you made it to 100. Yeah, good. We just let her think it. We're like, that's funny.
Go to a website called willilive100.com or howlongwillilive.com. I took it like 8 months ago, and it said I would live until 48, and I'm 49, so that really freaked me out. So I went to my doctor and I got a blood test. And he said, "No, everything looks good." I'm like, "All right, fuck those."
He confirmed you are alive. Still,
he confirmed I'm alive, but he said, "You know what?" He said, "We don't want you to get diabetes, so you have to, exercise more." So that's what I've done, and now he says I'm healthy, but I don't, I don't like it when a test says you're going to be dead a year before when you're already fucking a year over. It's like in soccer, that extra give you, and you're always wondering, shit, when's it gonna end? It's like, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, you're in the extra time of life.
Hello, Wanda E too. I see you in the chat. Hello, Wanda E.
Gotta make sure you hold every possession you can to get this.
Exactly. Hey, Grace.
Let's start because it's Megan's birthday. Spaz, I see you put this chat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna star this. Let's do it Megan's birthday real quick. I've got it starred here. I don't think there was a whole lot to talk about USC UCLA. It was actually competitive. USCLA led 10-7 at the half in this rivalry game of LA. And then
USC said never mind.
Yeah, nothing happened after that. I thought it was going to be a good game, and then I looked like fourth quarter. I was like, never mind. Let me pull up the stats for this game real quick, just so I can look on the side. This is a West Coast rivalry, but again, Megan's a USC fan. I don't know why. God doesn't even know why.
Yes, she does. Do you get it?
Fuck's
I
sake.
went to USC. I went to USC in the 90s, man, when USC wasn't very good. But, USC's a blue blood program. Megan has good taste.
What's that?
What? Adam froze.
Oh, that lag weird.
Am I back?
What are we talking about? Yes. Are we back?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Megan, I
think
love
so.
Pete Carroll. The only thing I didn't
Right.
like about the Pete Carroll era was the 2006 game against Texas when we went for it on 4th and 2 and didn't get it, and Vince Young drove down on 4th and 6, won the game.
Get it.
Yeah, but this game wasn't. I mean, statistically, this game was 50-50. Like, he had 200 to 257 passing yards, 108 to 131 rushing yards. So my guess is somewhere along the lines, no interceptions. So that's interesting because I was like, this has got to be a turnover thing, huh? No.
Special teams, maybe.
USC kicking field goal, 0 of 2 in the
What
field
was-
goal kicking for USC. No punt return touchdowns. No interceptions. So what the fuck happened?
It was an underwhelming victory.
Obviously, they must have been going for it on 4th down or something. That's the only thing I can think at this point. They were driving, kept going for 4th down, and not getting
Yeah,
it.
I was a little intoxicated past about 4:00 yesterday, so I can't.
Yeah, Megan, Makai Lennon might have had a game yesterday, but last week he got shut down.
Didn't get shut out like Andrew Marsh did, though. Completely
Who?
shut out. Andrew Marsh, Michigan's receiver, number 1.
Oh.
No one knows who that is.
No one knows
No.
any Michigan receivers because
Anybody that pays attention to college football should.
No.
'Cause Andrew-
All right. Well, thinking about that, Sean, because you're here and you are victorious and are saving Oregon from having to deal with the Big Ten title game and get a nice little break. Why don't you gloat for a moment here? Finally taking down the giant known as Michigan.
Oh yeah, monkey off the back. That's for sure. The past certainly the week, I was not really looking forward to the game. I was looking forward to the game being over and not having to deal with are they going to make it 6 in a row? What's going to happen? Ryan Day going to get fired over this? Yeah, now he's exercised all the demons. Went and dominated a playoffs, won the national championship. Beat the number 1 team in the country to start the season. Yeah. All the narratives that were floating around this program a year ago they're not dead. They're not 60 feet under. They're in the center of the earth, incinerated. Just vanish any trace of or any memory, completely erased. So
I do have
feels
to
great.
ask. I do have to ask because historically, and this is true, historically, teams that are close to and or start as especially or remain number 1 the whole season generally don't end number 1. Is that a concern?
My man. I don't know. I think this team's really mature, and they're probably not thinking about that in any way. They don't. They play pretty much the same game every week. They've given their A performance. I don't know. I don't think this team's gonna crack under arbitrary pressure like that. I think they're pretty focused and a special group of guys. So I mean, it's tough to win it all though, no matter what. I don't know right now. I mean, almost everyone's kind of crowning Ohio State. I don't think I would take Ohio. If it'd be an interesting question, would you take Ohio State versus the field right now? And I almost always take the field under scenarios like that, but I don't know. Close.
I think. By the way, I want to say hi to Jason O, another Rutgers fan. And Jason, I was in section 127 for that disaster yesterday. But Ethan did play well, and there were some positives, I guess. And shout out to Delaware for going to a bowl. Here's what I think, Sean. I think that Ohio State, at this point, after watching them play, is the number one team in the country, and I think it's because of Julian Sand. He is that good, and I think their offense is going to be tough to stop. And that defense reminds me of like a Baltimore Ravens type of defense, just very suffocating. So Ohio State's going to be tough to beat. They're legitimate.
Yep. So far, yeah, no team has scored more than 16 points on Ohio State the entire season. I don't know when the last time someone went through an entire regular season with that kind of mark was. It will be super interesting this week when they play a team that's put up huge numbers on most of the teams they play. So,
Yeah.
a team that they completely dominated a year ago during the regular season. Indiana was averaging well over 40 points a game coming into that, and they essentially got shut out after the first drive last year. So,
Who are we talking about right now? Sorry about that. Sam came in and was like, "I gotta go somewhere real quick." And I was like, "Okay."
I do have a. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
we were just talking about the same stuff yesterday, kind of general. Ohio State probably number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say to Jason O out there, who, like me as a Rutgers fan, Jason O on tomorrow night's Rutgers at the Voice of College Football show, KJ Duff's dad will be on the show. So we'll be discussing KJ and his future with his dad on the show tomorrow. Hope you tune in. But sorry to interrupt you guys. But yeah, Ohio State's number one right now.
Yeah, we were asking. I was wondering, would you take Ohio State or the field right now in the playoffs?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm not a betting man, so at this point, I'd probably say the field, though, just due to history of how teams go through playoffs, especially now multiple games. Ohio State's been, I think, I'm not saying Ohio State's been lucky in the sense of like not playing people or not having many injuries, but this is that if you haven't had to deal with mass injury, that's when it all of a sudden will hit like crazy or something like that, and you're like, oh shit.
Well, I can say since the playoffs expanded to 12 teams, the number one seed has done very, very, very poorly.
You are correct on that. You are 100% correct on that.
Yeah.
We set precedents here at Oregon, as always. Uniforms, playoff appearances, whatever it is, we set the bar high. Or low, I guess, however you want to
The
look
8
at it.
seed has a great record since the 12-team tournament came out.
Yes. Everyone should be gunning for that 8 seed. And honestly, that 8 seed might be Notre Dame. So you might, man, it would be kind of cruel if Notre Dame was in that 8 or 9 hole. Just like it was cruel that Ohio State was 8 last year.
If we want to look at rivalry games, one of the most disappointing ones yesterday, I mean, maybe disappointing only in the way you want to look at it, I guess, is Texas A&M. What the fuck, A&M?
They had chances, but they squandered them, and Marcel Reed's interception at the end was just awful.
Yeah. And the defense really fell apart down the stretch in that. Couldn't make any key stops.
You lose one game, and you're out of the whole SEC title hunt.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of worthy, though, if you look at, and this obviously isn't A&M's fault, but up until this game, I think they had not played a single team in the top half of the SEC.
But this is why I've been saying all along, these conferences like the SEC and the Big Ten and whatnot that have 15 to 20 teams in them, that have 18,000 tiebreakers, need to have split conferences. You have a division, North, south, east, west, it don't matter. Green, blue, black, yellow, I don't care what you name them. But you got to have a split. So this way these stupid-ass tiebreakers like this don't come up. What is there, like 5 teams at 9-1 or whatever the conference schedule is in the SEC?
What about the ACC title game? We'll get to this in
Oh.
a minute.
Yeah,
Well,
another one.
in all fairness, I actually kind of preseason would have predicted one of these teams correct to be in the title game. It didn't happen the way I thought it would, but they ended up in the title game regardless. So I actually take credit for one of them. But
The team would lose to UConn and then play for an ACC championship.
you shut your dirty fucking mouth. That was a Jim Mora led team, and we're getting on coaching hires coming up. But that was a Jim Mora led UConn. All right, you show some respect over there. I agree with Spaz. I think this is when you get to these super conference level, so to say, like you have now with like 18 teams. Now you have to have divisions almost, because before when it was like the Big Ten, you had the leaders and legends. One side was pathetic, and one side was really strong. Same as you could argue the Pac-12 had North and South. One was pretty strong. The other was a lot weaker. But when you expand 5, 6, 7, 8 teams more, you almost then have to go back to it because you're going to have all these weird, stupid things where a team goes undefeated, loses one game, and they're just immediately eliminated.
Yep.
And again, this is to a team, it was non-con, who got their ass ran on them by a Florida State team that's not even going bowling.
Yeah.
So don't give me the shit. I don't care if that was game 1 or not.
And they're playing at 10-2 for a conference championship because they only lost. It makes no sense. Texas A&M should be playing for the SEC title.
Or they should have had a more. They should probably find a way to make these schedules a little bit more balanced. I mean, there are sometimes like you don't know, like maybe like some of the better teams that you're scheduled to play just don't end up being very good. But if you look at A&M's schedule this year, it's a lot of teams that traditionally are mediocre. I mean, they just really got the they just really got the gift end of it here. And I mean, there's when you have division conferences this large and where each team is only playing about half the teams in the conference, there's just going to be, I mean, absolutely enormous disparities in schedule strength.
Well, it's the same as non-con. You can and I'm just doing this out of familiarity. So everyone's like, okay, you played a FCS team. Well, guess what? They're basically undefeated in the FCS. As far as I'm aware right now, they're undefeated still. You played Oklahoma State. Well, when that was scheduled 8-10 years ago, Oklahoma State was really good.
Well, I
really
think
good. So if you play that team and they're shit and you beat the fuck out of them, like Oregon did, you should be going, well, that's not their fault. They suck, but they beat the fuck out of them like they're supposed to. Whereas Alabama, I don't know when they booked Florida State, probably 8-9 years ago. Well, Alabama got the shit kicked out of them by Florida State, who's still not going bowling. So you should be punished for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be punished for that.
But I mean, like conference, who plays in the conference championship game, I think should be determined solely by what happens in conference play.
Well, it does.
There we go again.
I think one of the problems, though, guys, is when you look
everybody froze.
When you look at the playoffs, I don't believe a group of 5 teams should have an automatic bid, nor do I believe the Big 12 champion should have an automatic bid. These automatic bids are a problem. I mean, we're going to be faced with like a situation where Tulane maybe or North Texas is in, but Vanderbilt's out or whatever team is out. I mean, those aren't the 12 best teams. The focus should be on the 12 best teams.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to determine who are the. I mean, like, when the schedules just are all over the place.
Well,
Yeah,
I can tell you right. I can tell you right now. Some of the two of the best teams are. This is controversial, but mind, hear me out. They're not Georgia, and they're not Alabama. Alabama again got run on and beat the shit out by Florida State, who's not going bowling. Georgia won by what, 7 against Georgia Tech.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't
But
give
yet
me
they
that's
get
the best.
to play.
Don't give me that's 2 of the better teams in the fucking country. Don't fucking give me that shit.
yeah.
Don't even fucking give it to me.
Yeah, so
Wait, you're
so
talking
we're
about a rivalry game.
Don't
We're talking
you know what, Adam? What happened against Penn State in the rivalry game against a headless coachless team?
headless coach.
His coach, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. In case you never missed, that was interim coach Ichabod Crane.
Well, look at Michigan last year going into
Who was the guy
and beating them.
on Rutgers' sideline? Ichabod Blaine?
Who? The coach?
Yeah.
The coach is Greg Schiano. Greg Schiano was the coach from like 2001 to 2011. Had a great stint. Unfortunately, from 2020 to 2026, they've been kind of mediocre. Now, some would say that Rutgers needs a more robust NIL, but what I saw from that defense yesterday, giving up 300 rushing yards, and you know what? You can talk an NIL all you want, but should Rutgers have lost to Minnesota? Should they have lost to Iowa? I mean, I think that Rutgers has problems with the roster. I think that they need not only a better roster, I think they need a better staff, like better defensive coordinator, and just an overall mindset, because they have blown it late in the game repeatedly. But as far as the playoff goes, yeah, it's hard to determine the 12 best teams because of schedule strength disparity. That's certainly true. But there's some things you can say are true. And the group of 5 should not be in the playoff. There's no justification for that. And I'm not even sure that the ACC champion should be as one of the best 12 teams or the Big 12 champion. I don't believe in these automatic bids. I think at the top, the best 12 teams is now developing criteria for what are the 12 best teams is one thing, but automatic bids and all that stuff really prohibits you from determining, in my opinion. And the fake test was ridiculous on a 4th and 8, Jason. No, it was ridiculous.
So interestingly enough, the ACC, there's a realistic chance that the ACC will be completely left out of the playoff there.
There's extremely potential because I saw some stuff about it earlier. Miami last year 10-2 left out of the playoff. What 10-2 on the AP poll number 12, meaning the ranking committee is going to have them lower by a spot or two usually.
Yeah, I mean it would be quite funny if the one team that represented the ACC in the playoff was a team that didn't play in the conference championship game. That'd be just deliciously ironic.
Which is impossible because the ACC title winner gets a.
Did you guys notice?
No. Let me say this. They don't. So here's the thing. Right now, the rules only say the 5 highest ranked conference champions get in.
Oh, so it would have to be Virginia then.
Yes, Duke going into this championship game with a 7-5 record. An aforementioned loss to the University of Connecticut.
So then Duke
are unlikely, especially if James Madison is able to win their conference. They're unlikely to jump the Tulane North Texas winner and James Madison in the ranking.
Yeah.
So you could have a team that's unranked being in the playoff, or you could have a team that's ranked, say, 22 and get in the playoff because of these rules. That's what makes no sense.
And as Jason says, yeah, if UVA wins it, they probably would slide up, maybe high enough. And they're 16 right now in the AP anyway. The AP.
It doesn't matter. They would be one of the 5 highest ranked conference champions, so they would get in.
And Miami. Miami. I think Miami is going to be left looking in from the outside again. They're 10-2 like last year.
I don't. I think they get in.
What
I
do
think
you
they
think
get
of that
that
12, like
large.
the 11 seed or something like that?
Yeah, it'll be 11-12.
Here's the thing: Miami has to be rooting for Duke to win because you don't want Virginia to get in there and push them
Yeah,
out.
they have to be ranked. What everybody said is Miami has to get to 10 at the BCS, and right now they're at 12 or 13. They have to get to 10 because 10 is the cutoff because 11 and 12 is the last
Two conference champions.
last two conference champions or the group of five or
And
whatever.
The
there's a-
problem the problem Miami is dealing with here is that we have to look at what this Tuesday with the playoff rankings will tell us a lot more. Because what Miami's dealing with is they're in a clusterfuck of teams that are 10-2. For instance, not counting the group of five, you have Virginia at 10-2, right? Utah 10-2, Vanderbilt 10-2, BYU 11-1, Alabama 10-2, Notre Dame 10-2, Oklahoma 10-2, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Oregon, Georgia, Indiana, Ohio State 11-1 and 12-0 respectively. Miami is in a fucking clusterfuck of teams.
Ben, can you pull up the CFP rankings? This would be better if we had like a visual to kind of talk through this.
Well, I don't have the new CFP ranks. What I have is this week's AP.
No, this past CFP, like the most recent.
Yeah, let me. I can pull this up really fast here. Let me pull this up. This was week 15, so let me pull week 14. Just to throw it out here. So this was week 14. I'll show week 14 just to make sure everyone has it on screen here real quick, and we'll do a little share screen. Because why the fuck not?
Yes.
Let's do this.
That time of year.
So this is week 14. This was last week's CFP rankings. Just so everyone sees it. It's clear. You have 11-0, 11-0, 11-0. 10-1, 10-1, 10-1, 9-2, 9-2, 9-2, 10-1, 9-2, 9-2, 9-2. You see my point is that Miami is in a clusterfuck of good teams.
Okay, so here let's take it like this.
How does Notre Dame stay atop Miami with the same record when they lost to Miami? That's what gets me.
Yeah, and I mean, that's
because Notre Dame are good Catholics and okay, I just lost some viewers and subscribers there, but okay,
yes,
I don't care.
And you might be getting the show banned and flagged by the
Oh, fuck off! I don't care.
But no. So what we're looking at right here. The top 10, there was very little meaningful disruption here. The only team to lose was Texas A&M, and they were guaranteed to get in anyway.
So wait a minute.
Right now, the top 10 is kind of an impenetrable wall, I feel
But again,
like.
now you have week 15. This is why I was saying week 15 now. This is the AP, not, CFP. We'll get those Tuesday. And again, Miami is just in this clusterfuck of better teams. Now, I agree with Spaz. I don't know how Notre Dame is ranked above Miami when Miami beat them. That doesn't make any sense to me because Notre Dame's schedule, I would say, is arguably outside of USC weaker than Miami's even.
What were they, like 23 or 24 after week 2? Because they were 0-2.
Yeah, they were 23 or 24 or something like that.
We were saying, why are they even still ranked? And now they're ahead of Miami, who they lost to in week 1? That makes zero sense.
Yeah,
but hold on.
Notre Dame has won the style points argument. I mean, they are just unloading cans week after week.
Yeah,
I was playing an FCS program every week too.
Yeah, they haven't beaten. Miami's beaten 4 teams in the top 25 this year. 4.
Notre Dame.
4 teams currently in the top 25.
Yes.
4 teams We're in the
Well,
top 25.
Pittsburgh was 20 whatever last week. So
Okay, so
at
that-
the time, they would have been the fourth top 25 team that Miami has beaten this year.
yeah.
And yet Notre Dame, who hasn't played anybody other than Miami, and they lost to, is ranked higher than them.
Right.
They also played Texas A&M
And they lost. And they
Right.
lost.
Notre
They
Dame.
lost
Notre
both
Dame.
of those games.
I want to say this. I think Notre Dame is the second best team in the country. I really do. Like I think they're fantastic. I think that little stretch was a fluke. Those were two really good teams that they lost to, and I think they've improved since then. But getting into the
I
playoffs should
think
be
you're drunk.
what you've done.
My,
I mean, I would love to see Notre Dame excluded from the playoffs. Are you kidding me? I don't want to play them this
Notre
year.
Dame lost by 3 to A&M and 7 to Miami. Miami lost by 6 to SMU, and they lost to Louisville on their home stadium.
Right.
Notre Dame is
The Louisville one hurt. The Louisville one hurt them really bad.
Yeah,
but
that's what I think it is.
if we're talking about like, we have to bring up the Texas discussion because there are so many issues I have with how they've been ranked, how they've been here. I just want to say that the travesty in this whole Texas situation was if Texas would have scheduled Ball State. If Texas would have scheduled Ball State week 1, they would be in without any question whatsoever. There's no justification for having Vanderbilt and Oklahoma ahead of them. There just really isn't.
I think some of this comes down to, and you're correct on this. I think one of the things was
losses. Vanderbilt and Oklahoma have 2.
But after 2 losses, they were unranked. Notre Dame wasn't. Texas, after 2 losses, Texas went unranked. Notre Dame didn't. But I think the thing was the first 5-6 weeks, Arch Manning looked, as I have affectionately called him, legitimately looked like donkey face on the sideline. Just, what is happening? That's what he looked like on the field.
Their best argument to get into the playoff is a 7-point loss in Columbus. They are one of the 12 best teams. And like Sean said, if they had played a cupcake like most teams do, they wouldn't have 3 losses. And I can't understand why you would think Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, who they soundly beat, are better teams. I mean, yeah, the 12 best teams might include teams that have 3 losses getting in over teams that have 2 and maybe even 1 loss. But you can't tell me that Texas is not as good as BYU and is not as good as Oklahoma, who they beat. I mean, so that's the problem I have with the rankings. You have all these rules, but they don't lead to the 12 best teams getting in.
Yeah, and I think there's just not enough proper judgment from this committee. I prefer more objective systems. I actually like the BCS. If we had a BCS like system where we just use polls plus index formulas,
change it. Just change it to 16. Just change it to 16 teams. But the 4 teams with top 4 teams with 3 losses, 13, 14, 15, 16. There you go. Problem solved.
I mean, it goes back to schedule disparity. You're telling me that the ACC champion, I mean, look at the schedule in the ACC compared to the schedule in the SEC or in the Big Ten. And so teams are penalized for having more losses, but their schedule is so much harder, and you have to account for that. I mean, there's no reason that North Texas or whoever it is should be in, and there's no reason that Virginia or Duke should be in. They are not the 12 best teams among the 12 best.
I mean, no, I think you could have made the same argument for Arizona State last year. I mean, Arizona State was, they had a couple really ugly losses, and I don't think anyone thought they were. But then, they gave us the best game of the entire playoffs last year. In overtime, came within an inch away from being in the Final Four.
Right, but what if Alabama was playing that game or Ole Miss was in that game? I mean, would it have?
I mean, who knows? I mean, I think. Well, I mean, that's an unknowable question. But
June,
Arizona State, you know,
June,
they proved that they can.
June. That's my
Well, I
timer.
think you have a
That's
good
my
point there. I mean,
timer. That's my timer countdown for the end of the segment. Oh, I will nuke this fucking show into the ground. I swear to God. But because
that's very
Adam,
5-minute extra timer.
Adam fucked it by bringing up Ole Miss. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have to switch gears real quickly. Coaching hires because LSU made a move. Did they get it right though? With Lane Kiffin. Oh no, Adam disconnected. He rage quit. Adam rage quit. He fucking rage quit on us. Fucking pussy.
blame
What a
technology.
Well, Lane Kiffin will make you rage quit.
You're damn right.
Did LSU do the right thing here? Because I haven't seen the contract. We knew what Ole Miss was going to offer him. LSU obviously offered him more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
went.
Look, I don't have a problem. I understand that people like to take jobs that they consider, elevating themselves. I understand that, and I don't want to pretend to know what Kiffin was going through, and I don't want to judge the guy. But from the outside looking in, when I see someone who built a program like Ole Miss up into a national title contender, at the very least, the way that he handled this, considering his players and the impact that would have, not only on his players, but on his reputation going forward in Baton Rouge, I think he handled it very poorly.
Dude.
I mean, at least they did win the Egg Bowl, but I agree that, at least the players were playing for him. Had they lost the Egg Bowl and collapsed, you would have said there had been some bad juju going on in that locker room. But, I mean, I think everyone saw it coming, I guess. We said it was pretty highly likely. That or Florida.
Yeah. So there's an aspect of this story that I find incredibly interesting, which was apparently Lane Kiffin, all of his coaches and the players wanted him to stay on through the playoffs. And the university basically said, no, either commit to us or you're out. And I think that's just insane, ridiculous. I mean, Ole Miss has a legit team. This is they're coming off the best season in school history right now, and I mean, you can get bitter and butthurt and just cost yourself a deep run in the playoffs here, or you can be like mature adults and say thank you for what you did. Yes, please, let us have a great run, and we bid you farewell.
I would have.
I don't understand what the upside for Ole Miss.
Well, I would have never agreed to allow him to coach in the playoff. Never.
I just don't understand this. Sorry, this is such an immature mindset to me. You probably aren't going to get this opportunity many more times. Are you going to want to just? I mean, maybe all the coaching staff leaves with Lane Kiffin, and I don't know, you have to hire people from Oxford High School to.
I don't think he's going to leave with him, but no, I would.
Rumor is 4 coaches left with him.
I think they hired within though to keep the kind of a little bit of a continuity. I think.
Yes. Pete Golding, the defensive coordinator, got the actual permanent head coaching job. I believe that has actually already happened.
I believe that's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing earlier. They were keeping continuity, basically trying to keep continuity.
Trying, but
the players were trying to get Lane to. They're trying to vote to keep Lane in for the playoffs, and
I would have never allowed him to coach the playoffs because you know what? I'm sorry.
I want to hear your thought on this, Adam. Why would you not?
My thought is because Lane jerked Ole Miss around for about 2 months. Ole Miss offered everything that LSU was offering him. Now, I'm not saying that Lane should have felt obligated to stay. Although me personally, I would have stayed because I think you're building something special from the ground up, and that's what creates a real legacy. But regardless of that, the way he handled it was terrible. He had everybody in limbo for almost 2 months, and he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be able to say, I'm leaving for LSU, and maybe I'll be recruiting at the same time, but I still want to coach the playoffs for Ole Miss because he selfishly wants to get a national title. The guy, I hate to say it, seems a bit selfish and a bit narcissistic, and as a university, I would say, you know what, we want someone who loves Ole Miss and wants to be here. So there's a principle here, and just from my own value perspective, and I could be wrong, just my subjective thoughts, I would say, you know what, you want to leave? Then get the fuck out. And I would have fired him a week ago. I would have said, you know what, you're not jerking us around anymore. You're fucking fired. All right, now go to LSU, and that's it. Instead, they got strung along, and then Lane has the audacity to say, well, I want to coach in the playoffs, and is trying to take players to Ole Miss. That's fine. Ole Miss should have cut him off a week ago and said, you're not doing this to Ole Miss, and you're not the only reason why Ole Miss is so fucking good. All right. And that's just my feeling on it. Maybe it's wrong, but that's just how I think about it.
They kind of did in a way, though, because remember, it was update coming this Friday or Saturday following the Egg Bowl. So I think Ole Miss, the administration, knew what was about to happen. They just didn't want to say anything publicly. I think they knew it was going to happen.
Well, let me ask you this. If a girl breaks up with you and says, you know what, I fell in love with someone else, but I still want to go to the prom with you, you know what I'd say? Take your new love to the fucking prom. I mean, where Ole Miss went wrong here was they let Lane kick and string them along because they had this belief that Lane wouldn't leave. If you know Lane's history at Tennessee, at Alabama, the guy, and I'm not judging.
Whoa. How dare you insult the tarmac of Arizona? Lane left him too voluntarily after getting involuntarily relieved of USC duties.
And that was wrong. It was wrong, USC.
No, that was funny as fuck. That is what lives in infamy. That was funny as shit. Don't fucking underestimate.
You can blame Pat Hayden for that.
Update.
I don't know.
The Oregon Bowl is going to overtime.
Nice. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but what the little hypothetical Adam gave was not quite a hypothetical. Adam's girlfriend did dump him a couple months ago, but said she still wanted to go to the prom with him. So
and wants to fuck Spaz, apparently.
Guys, I'm 49 years old, but I'm always up for the prom.
Yes. No.
Jason O's right. Penn State still doesn't have a coach. You want to know why? Pat Kraft acted too impulsively without thinking this through. And now, what are they going to do? Are they going to keep Terry Smith, or who are they going to get? Who's on the market now?
We're about to get into this because the names are flying off the board right now, and Penn State seems to be sucking ass because even today or yesterday, I apologize, maybe it's a little behind, thinking of the Big Ten and Penn State in the Midwest region, Michigan State fires Jonathan Smith after 2 years and is allegedly pursuing Pat Fitzgerald to replace him.
Well, Jason O says Penn State has some crazy names in their search, and they very well may. I mean, if I was looking at this, Brian Dable would be high on my list, but I just don't think – like I saw Penn State yesterday, and what I saw was that this team just was not nearly as good as James Franklin advertised at the beginning of the year. Their defense was getting really, really dominated by –
They also have no quarterback.
I mean, yeah, but Drew Aller, you know what? Drew Aller, he didn't impress me. In big moments, whether it was Notre Dame last year, Oregon this year, he just didn't pan out. But, you know.
Adam has been on podcasts for the last 2 years disparaging the morals and ethics and core humanity of Drew Aller.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it goes well beyond football performance.
Well, I mean, of course,
Oh, look at that pussy. And a cute kitten, too.
All right, yeah.
Jason
I was going to say, don't disparage
Spaz
Spaz like that.
Their quarterback is good, but look, I wish Drew Aller the best. I hope he has a successful career. And I had nothing personal against him, but from just a lame person's perspective.
That is not what you said that is not what you've said since like 2023.
Well, no, I said that Drew Aller sucked, and I that was my view, and I think that the evidence supports that. But I don't have any personal animosity. I wish him the best. I hope he's does well. But I didn't think he was a very good quarterback. No, I didn't. The guy panics under pressure. There's 38 seconds left against Notre Dame in the semifinals. It should have been, if your first read isn't open, throw the fucking ball away. Instead, he throws it in the middle of the field, on a post, and gets intercepted. And then against Oregon, I mean, Jesus Christ. You have an open receiver in the flat, and you underthrow it. Now, I understand interceptions happen, but I just saw a consistent pattern of him struggling, and it just never clicked with him, in my view.
Well, it's funny that Penn State hasn't come up with anything. Again, names are flying off the board. That's why I said Michigan State just fired John Smith. That was kind of foreseen a little bit. I didn't know if they do it this year. Pat Fitzgerald is getting named as a high source for the Michigan State, which we brought. Bringing Fitzgerald should be looking for a coaching job again, since he was cleared of all the stuff, all the wrongdoings or whatever. Michigan State's like, hey, this is a guy who knows the area. All that. Then you've got now sources are saying Kentucky is going to fire Mark Stoops.
What?
That's a source that just came out today. Kentucky's going to look to get rid of Mark Stoops. Who the fuck is Kentucky going to get? Kentucky's on. What market does Kentucky think they have right now? I'm sorry, Mark Stoops is not done good this year, but I mean, Kentucky?
But he's the best coach in school history.
But James Franklin was number 2 in Penn State history. So, at the same time, and I said Penn State is above Kentucky.
Well, some might say number 1. I mean, any decent person.
Penn State should be going for Urban Meyer.
Urban's not coming back.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know many schools that would take the shot at it. What they expect 4 years, 3-4 years.
I mean, well, I think the only school he'd come back to is Ohio State potentially.
What about Dabo Swinney?
What?
What about Dabo Swinney?
Dabo is not leaving Clemson.
I think Clemson might be leaving him soon.
No, well, they're going bowling, I guess. So I guess he buys himself one.
They're going bowling? You mean the bowling alley? That's where they're going. They ain't going anywhere but a bowling alley. Where are they going bowling?
Don't they have a bowl? Don't they?
They're going to the Pop-Tart. They're going to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, Palmetto Lanes. Yep.
Get down.
Can you guys educate me? Who are the corporate executives that name these bowls these utterly ridiculous names?
Are you throwing shade and blasphemy? Are you fucking showing Adam? No wonder your girlfriend beats you. Fucking goddamn! Fucking the most exciting time of the year. Let's fucking go.
Do this.
Fuck. Oh, Spaz can't handle it. He's like, I can't do this.
Hook him. You make a good point.
Ben just always gets excited by some fruit filling.
I thought Ben's a vegetarian.
I give the filling.
Fruit?
What?
I
Anyways.
Doc, Iowa, I agree with that.
Fruit is acceptable.
Fucking A. All right. In all seriousness, there's some other coaching changes here. What do we think of Auburn hiring Goldschlich? Goldschlich. I will never pronounce his name correctly. I don't think from USF.
It is exactly what it looks like. It's go-lesh or goalish.
Goalish. Okay, I was close. Fuck it. Let's roll with that.
It
Is this a good hire? Does this just seem like another Hugh Freeze type of hire?
I think this is about the best they could have done, and it's just not that impressive. Still, I mean, like he may be a great coach, but I mean, I think he's a candidate.
Well,
And that's going to be the problem with all of these teams looking for these jobs. Is
let me ask you
you
this question. Maybe
don't
you
have
can
that many
educate me.
coaches.
I mean, if you look at Auburn's record this year, I know they're 1-7 in the SEC and 5-7, but every single game they were in, and they rarely lost by more than 7. So was
Yeah.
Hugh doing that bad of a job that you would have fired him?
Yes. He was an offensive coach, and their offense was horrendous. I mean, they had no offense.
But Goalish is, and I'm not saying the offense is bad. Goalish has a good offense. He's, I think, kind of like Hugh Freeze, but maybe a little more dramatic. He's a little even more aggressive, which I guess is kind of exciting. I don't mind an aggressive offense or a positive coach who's like, hey, fuck it, I believe in my guys. Auburn is like, it just feels like a death trap type of job, like you're going to go there 2 years later, it's not going to work out, and they're like, you're done, get out.
Feels like more of the same.
I have nothing against him. I think anyone who got him, good job. But Auburn, that kind of came as a little bit of a.
If I was Auburn, I would have gotten Brian Kelly.
Well, I think Auburn settling for Goalish this early in the process tells you a little bit of something about what is out there on the market. Like it's just not a good time to be firing and hiring a new coach.
Well, then hiring and firing. Talk about. I don't want to say settling. What about Florida and Summerall? Summerall was a big name. He's a good name out there, but Florida going back to the G5 or G5s.
But I mean,
doesn't this reek of the Billy Napier?
That's what I've said this multiple times. Will Florida accept that type of hire again? And they just basically just repeated themselves. Maybe Summerall he really has about the same reputation, I think, as Billy Napier in time-wise of success. So maybe they find him more substantial.
The thing about Goalish is, though, he took a USF team that traditionally wasn't great, and he made them competitive. I saw them play Alabama and Tuscaloosa last year, and they were competitive for almost the whole game. I mean, I think this guy is a good coach, and he may surprise people.
Well, that's the point. Doing these things or taking a first-time coordinator, no matter what it is, and making a head coach, you're taking a shot. And you're looking at just what they've done and going, hopefully this works. And it could work. It could be amazing, or it could be a crash and burn, like a Hugh Freeze again, Yeah,
well, to go back to that, analyzing that Goalish hire a little further, it's an interesting hire. I'm not exactly sure how well he'll fit in that Auburn community. He is an Ohio kid. A Midwesterner through and through. He's a very intellectual guy. Wasn't a football player. Went to Ohio State. Was not on the team. He's sort of developed in this, analytics sort of online world of understanding the game, and that's very much not the culture at Auburn.
Oh, fuck!
So he'll be an easy target. He'll be an easy target if Auburn starts to struggle.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's too many coaching changes going on, and I know I wanted to bring up. I don't think Clint's still here anymore. Clint, our resident Beaver fan, is very happy that they hired I believe it's the wide receivers coach of Alabama. to be their new head coach for the Beavers. Let me double check. Let me double check this information. I believe that's what they've been saying.
Where are you, Clint? I mean, you're always here.
Yeah, Oregon State hires Alabama assistant Jamarcus Shepard to coach Oregon State. Jamarcus Shepard was apparently the wide receivers coach or assistant wide receivers coach from Alabama.
Assistant? Would they be hiring an assistant position coach to be the head coach?
That is what they've done.
Yep.
That is what they've done.
Yeah. Okay.
He is a former University of Washington State assistant also apparently, and then he was at Alabama. So he's got a bunch of different experience.
Yeah, I know. It's just usually, I mean, even hiring a position coach to become the head coach is a little unusual. Hiring an assistant coach, like that's normally like a move like Division II coaches would do.
Yeah.
Well, this is the new Pac-12.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
All
folks, I have to run because I am flying on a plane early tomorrow morning to.
Are you basically saying you're being a bitch right now?
BITCHE. I am flying BITC. Yes, I'm flying back to Georgia tomorrow, and I must get my rest.
Okay.
Well, Spaz, go jerk him off with Oduck and help him sleep or something.
But guys,
He's excited about that. He was like, oh, don't tempt me with a good time.
I know.
Look at Adam blushing. Look at Adam blushing. He's blushing.
Forget flying to Georgia. I'm coming to Eugene tomorrow. You know,
Whack.
meet me in Motel 6.
You need to go meet. No, you got to go meet him in Vancouver.
Wherever it is. But always love being on the show, guys, and appreciate you tolerating me.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Wow.
Appreciate it.
I hope to see you all next week. Thanks.
Safe travels. Get your rest.
Thanks a lot.
Spaz will meet you at PDX Airport in the morning.
PDX.
What? They called that on Josh.
Spaz needs to learn to mute when he's screaming at the TV. That's the thing. I still need to teach Spaz that.
They called a holding on Connerly on the touchdown throw.
Oh, now it's called Spazzer. It's a Spazzer Swallow.
Yeah. Stop tagging.
Nice.
Stop tagging pass rushers.
We should trademark this term. It's a Spazzer Swallow. Was there any other good coaching changes or hires made? I know I did look at a couple of this. Oklahoma State. Who did Oklahoma State just hire?
Some nobody.
Oh no,
Barry
North
Sanders.
Texas. North Texas guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Oklahoma State just hired a North Texas coach. I think that's actually a good grab for the region. He's a regional guy. And I mean, shit, what the fuck does Oklahoma State have going on? You know?
Their collapse is one of the most puzzling I've ever seen.
It's been disastrous for 2 years in a row. It's just been like straight to a flat line.
They were just a dead team this year. I mean, they walked in every Big 12 game they got blasted by like 20, 30 points.
Cal is making an official hire Tuesday.
Who?
Cal.
We're talking about Oklahoma State.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. That's over.
That's irrelevant.
Who cares about Oklahoma State?
Yeah,
all right, who did Cal hire?
Tosh Lapoy.
Did they hire Tosh Lapoy?
It's being reported all over.
Are you just reading Twitter?
No,
Twitter shit?
no, it's all over the Duck Insiders, and it's pretty. Supposedly, the official announcement's going to be Tuesday morning at like 11.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Well, guess what? All we do is promote Chris Hampton to full-time DC.
Yeah, or you bring Justin Wilcox back.
That's possible, but Chris Hampton's already secondary and a co-defensive coordinator, so just promote Chris Hampton. He was from Tulane, who beat USC in that Sugar Bowl year. Just promote Chris Hampton.
I agree.
The defense was the reason that Tulane won that game. Won that like 45-42 game. That's the reason.
Well, and the guy trying to catch that fucking kickoff on the sideline and like muffing it out of bounds at the 2. It was like, what are you doing? That's a Lane Kiffin, or that's a fucking Lincoln Riley team right there. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting coaching hires going on. There's going to be some more. We're going to see some names going on. Like if the Spartans get Fitzgerald, who there's a few more. They're waiting. Obviously, we're still waiting on Penn State to make a decision.
So, Bob, the James Madison coach, Bob, I heard something vague when I was out working tonight. That has McChesney gotten hired by anybody? The James Madison coach?
No,
I don't think so. Not yet. I'm sure he will probably, but
yeah, I had heard. I mean, like it seems like that would be a reasonable hire for Penn State. Like not a home run hire, but
well, and you're still looking at even a team like Stanford. I get it. They're Stanford. They're not a big team, but the ACC, Stanford, they're looking for, they have the interim Reich right now, who's Stanford maybe going to go after and get. There are multiple teams still open. UCLA, there's a good one. Yeah, Bobby Chesney. Jesus fuck, Jason. UCLA is looking for a new coach.
I think somebody said earlier that Riley might be in line for UCLA.
Was it Lincoln?
Not right. Stein.
Riley.
Oh well, Stein. Well, yeah, Stein names comes up, everywhere. Yeah. I mean, they should just go back and get Chip. Chip ain't doing shit right now.
No, Chip has absolutely zero desire to be a head coach in college football.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't.
He would sooner just if he had the choice between becoming a Power 4 head coach and just never being able to work in football again, I think he would retire.
He could retire easily. That's not even a question. He could happily just chill out. If he could just like kick bags of NIL money at players, and that's all he had to do, he'd be all headed set for being a head coach. But it's not quite that easy.
And I never have to call an 18-year-old ever again the rest of my life. Cool.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do home visits with parents and stuff like that. Or
who is this guy?
This is Sean. This is Sean. He's been on here a lot, and I'm your co-host that we've been on for like 3+ years together with.
Yeah.
No, it's like they turned back the clock with this guy.
Oh, thank you. I have actually been kind of working on my grooming. I appreciate that.
Working on your grooming as you literally have like this weird ass arch going on.
As I had the Cindy Lou Who curl right above my head.
It's like, good Lord.
Mariota's looking like Oregon Mariota in this game. It's wild.
Christ.
Now they're going for two to try to win it. Fuck it. It's in overtime.
Yeah, why not? We go for 2. I sometimes show confidence too, I know a lot of people don't like that, but fuck it, do it.
I mean, Washington's 3-8. What do they got to lose?
Nothing.
Well, can they throw an interception and have it return? Because I do have Denver's defense. I was not expecting them to be.
Here we go. Oh, batted down. Denver wins.
Return for 2.
Bo Nix. Yay. Oregon versus Oregon.
Yeah. Bo beat Mariota. What a game. That was a hell of a game. That was probably one of the better Sunday night games of the year right there tonight.
All right. Well, you guys have about 7 minutes to spare because I've got to go tinkle in the little boys' room. So if you guys want to talk about something, then we'll get on to the final topic of the night. How about that?
Yeah, please don't.
Shut up, bitch.
All right.
Yeah.
Entertain people for like 5 minutes if Spaz can pay attention and be coherent.
Yeah, well,
course.
I'm watching the end of this here.
It's over.
That was a
Spaz.
hell of a game. I'm sorry. That was a hell of a game, in my opinion.
Wah, 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 wah,
man.
wah,
Anybody else out here watch that game? That was a great
Wow.
game.
wah, 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 wah,
Oregon
wah,
versus Oregon.
wah, wah, wah.
Completely wide open too. Completely, man. He was completely unobstructed there. If Mario is just able to, oh my God, Mario looks like he's about 45.
Dude, Marcus is like in his like 9th year. He's got gray hair and shit.
He's got more gray hair. He's got more, actually, like more gray than colored hair, right there.
I mean, I'm sorry. That was still a good performance by him. That was one of his better games in a few years.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, who is this guy, man? Where'd he come from?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the way he struggled in the NFL, it's been a bit of a mystery to me. He was one of the best college quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he win the Heisman?
Yes.
Yes, I thought he did. Yeah. That's right. It was that year we faced all the Heisman finalists. What was that? We had Melvin Gordon.
He was 28 of 50 for 294 and 2 touchdowns. That's not bad.
No. Yeah, and I had a choice tonight between starting the Broncos D or the Niners D against Shadur. So it was like I kind of expect them both to kill, to dominate, but I chose wrong because Marcus played well tonight.
29 of 45 for 321 and 1-1 for Knicks.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Denver just couldn't run the ball at all.
Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in. So Spaz,
Yeah.
you think you're sitting pretty at like that 5th spot? That's kind of locked in, right? Like you're probably not going to get a bye.
The only way you get a bye, somebody put it up earlier up in the chat, was if Georgia and Indiana both lose,
Or Texas Tech probably has to lose too, right?
no, because Texas Tech is going to be the 4th team right now, I think.
Yeah. So if Texas Tech lost, like BYU would, that would probably bump Oregon up, wouldn't it?
I would think.
Yeah. Do you want to have a bye or?
I don't really want to buy. I want 5 or 6.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I think 5 would be better because you get that group of 5 team in that first game, and you don't have that extremely long. That would be an extremely long layoff if you didn't play the conference championship.
Yeah, because
game.
that's now you're not playing the conference championship. And if you end up getting that 3-4 seed somewhere by a bye, now you're not playing for another 2 weeks on top of that. So now you're not playing for 5 weeks. Last year we played in the conference title and got the first round bye, and it killed us. And now you're talking now not playing in the conference title game and still getting that 4-week bye. No, thank you. I don't want no part of it because that is the hardest thing in the world is to do that.
Yeah. I almost wonder if they want to like adjust the schedule at some point because, well, I mean, like even now, even the teams that play on conference championship week and then have a game in the first week, even those teams get a couple weeks off.
Yeah.
So, what? Can you look this up? What is the weekend? What's the weekend of the first
December
round?
19th and 20th are the first round games.
And then where the first? Okay, so 19th and 20th, which means next week's December 5th.
Right. So it's basically their 3.
Yeah.
If you're not in a conference title game, you got 3 weeks off.
Okay.
3 weeks is okay. You don't want to have more than 3 weeks off.
No, especially if you have to gear up for a run like that.
Yeah, because it's too much time off. You're not hitting each other really and all that, and it's just it just makes for sloppiness because you're so used to that repetitive of playing every week, and now you take a month off and then try to play again. You ever tried that? It's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
And then round 2 is what? New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Is that the?
I believe.
Sounds about right.
I believe
last year it was at least.
Yeah,
we'd have to look, but I believe it's the New Year's week. It might even be some of the New Year's Day games. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, they try to make it like the bowl system as part of the playoff, but
Exactly.
it's so weird, so awkward how they make
Can you
that,
look
like,
that up, Ben?
This is the Cotton Bowl. No one thinks about it as the Cotton Bowl. It's a quarterfinal playoff game.
It's
Yeah.
it is gonna be New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I'm sure, unless they change it to the first and the second. But let me double check the schedule here real quick, just to see what they say. It will look like December 19th. Let me see. Starting December 19th. Let me see. Playoff first round. The first rounds will be December 19th, December 20th, and then you'll have the Cotton Bowl on the 31st. Then you'll have the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl on the first.
Yep.
And then you'll have January 8th will be the
semis.
Damn it, ads. 8th and 9th, you'll have the semifinals, Chick-fil-A and Fiesta, or the Verbal Fiesta Bowl. And then the championship again will be the 19th of January.
Yeah. Hopefully there are no terrorist attacks this year to delay any of the games.
What be a downer there? All right. Dun. Timers hit. Way to go, you gentlemen. You fine gentlemen here in the panel. Well, we have some conference championships to go into, which will determine this. Let's start with you, Sean, because Will Ohio State
has not played anybody.
Much like Will Ohio State, like Oregon last year, finish undefeated and win the Big Ten title, or will it be the Indiana Hoosiers? Oh, this is a game I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this game. This is going to be a good game.
I mean, so Indiana, after what seemed just like an impossible run last year, maybe replicable, have turned around and been better.
Done it again, only better, yeah.
And I'll tell you. There were issues. There was skepticism last year about whether they can really scale or whether they're in competition, because when they jumped up in competition last year against Ohio State. Not a very competitive game. First round of the playoffs against Notre Dame. Not a competitive game. So the two losses, while they were super impressive in the rest of their performances against better teams last year, really did not show out well. This year they go out to Eugene where nobody really wins, and they kind of handled Oregon. I mean, they won by.
They flexed a bit. They flexed a bit. I give them credit for that. They flexed a bit.
They won by 10 while also giving up a pick six.
Mhm.
I mean, like they were the better team that day. There's no question. And Oregon's very, very, very good. So that I mean, like most of the season, yeah, they had a battle against Iowa in Iowa City. A lot of really, really good teams do. That's not an embarrassment. They struggled a little bit in Happy Valley. A lot of people do. That's a pretty talented team. So, but I mean, this Ohio State team is like universally considered the best team in the country right now. If they can even make this a competitive game right now, which I mean, certainly no one, at least since Texas, and you may even include Texas, has really been able to do. Yeah, like you got to admit this. This is a legit. And this is one of the most surprising and turnarounds ever. I mean, this rivals what Bill Snyder did with Kansas State, and what Barry Alvarez did with Wisconsin. You know,
I hate to say it, but God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Unless Ohio State beats themselves, Ohio State's going to win back-to-back national titles because that defense is just unworldly. That defense is just insane. I mean, I watched what you guys did to Michigan yesterday handily. Really. The game was over after the first quarter, in my opinion.
I think Michigan was leading. I think Michigan was leading in at the end of the first quarter too. But.
Yeah, but I mean, once Ohio State got that second touchdown to go up 17-9, I said this game's over. And they came right out in the second half and scored, and yeah, it was done. It was over.
In all fairness to Indiana, the one thing that they have done, and Spaz and I witnessed it, as did a lot of people who watched the game, Indiana's defense was really good, pretty good last year. That's what kept them in games and helped them hold even against like Ohio State and Notre Dame, even in those situations. This year, the defense is even better. Like schematically, they do those pressure defenses, those like the decoys. I'm trying to think. Simulated pressures. There we go. That's the word I'm thinking of. And that threw, or even like Oregon, a healthy O-line, threw them off completely throughout that whole game. So I wonder what Indiana will have in store for Ohio State, because Signetti will have something dialed up. Now, and I agree, Ohio State's defense is really, really, really good. I'm not denying that. The line right now is 5.5.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the FPI, but the FPI actually has Indiana winning. Even with them being a plus 5.5. But I think everyone's kind of expecting, unless Indiana shoots themselves in the foot or Ohio State shoots themselves in the foot, this to be a head-to-head, potential top game, very close. And that's why this one is really intriguing, because these two teams didn't meet in the regular season. The only two undefeated teams in the country going head-to-head for the title. And this could be a really, really good game. Really good game.
Yeah, it's interesting. Last year Indiana, I think, got by gimmickly on offense. And then when they scaled up and played tougher defenses, they really shut that down. It was sort of like it was a pure RPO game that they played last year. This year they've added a lot of layers of sophistication to it, and they brought in the quarterback that can execute that. I mean, I think at the core they're still a team that likes to play with tempo, and that's why they put up these just ridiculous margins on teams. Like they score 56, 63 against a lot of these teams because but I think they're a little bit more equipped to take on a professional type defense this year. Last year against Ohio State and Notre Dame, the offenses were just non-fun. They were just completely dysfunctional. They couldn't do anything. I mean, the best thing they could do was go 3 and out and punt against Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this year I don't expect that to be the case. I expect it to be, they can throw some shots at you at Ohio State.
The over-under is 48.5.
48, yeah. So both these teams, like, their defense is better than their offense for both of them.
I think Ohio State has the better receivers, and they have the better defense.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Indiana's is bad by any means, but I just think Ohio State has the better, more faster, shifty receivers, and their defense has been solid all year long.
I mean, yeah.
And I know I say shit like, they never played anybody and whatnot, but you know what? That goes for a lot of teams. Sometimes your schedule's a little more cupcake than others.
Well, fairness.
You've said that about us all year.
In all fairness, Indiana's defense has been pretty good too. So, don't be toying around with Indiana's defense either. I think that's probably the key in this game more than anything. Maybe is Indiana's defense this year is even better than they were last year. Not just their offense took a little step forward in the sense of their progression of how they do run the system. Their defense, though, I think has taken a huge step forward. They picked out good pieces to fill in some of those gaps from year one. So that's why I think this game is this is the premier conference championship game of the weekend, just because the two teams in play, undefeated, and watching Indiana, the rise of this 2 years is like, holy shit.
And what I like about the current playoff format over the ridiculous one last year where you had to win your conference to get a first round bye, like, these teams have no incentive not to sell out in this game to try to win this because they're both going to have that first weekend off.
Well, they're not going to get fucked like Oregon did last year.
Maybe not. I mean, there is a situation where I like I said, I think Notre Dame is probably one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the country, and they're going to be sitting there. Who knows exactly where, but they're not going to be in the top 4. So, could be a rough break if you have to play Notre Dame in that second weekend of the playoffs.
It's possible, yeah. That's why I'm waiting for Tuesday to see how the playoff rankings come out on Tuesday before the championship weekend, because I think that'll give a lot more insight what the committee's thinking, especially concerning like a Miami and Notre Dame, etc., who are not going to play this next weekend. But then Sunday, especially next Sunday, we'll know for sure what the deal is. Obviously, that'll be the finale. Spaz. Well, I work next Sunday. Never mind. I was like, we should do a playoff show. I work next Sunday. I can go fuck off.
I'll probably do one.
There you go. You can do it. Let's talk about a not exciting game just to break it up here a little bit. Duke versus Virginia. I predicted Duke would make the ACC title game. Not in the fashion they made it in, but I did predict Duke would compete for the ACC title this year. I'm correct. They're just not ranked.
Yeah,
And UVA is favored by 2.5 points.
and UVA just beat them last week. These two teams just played. That doesn't happen very often in conference championship games.
It's very rare. Now they did beat Duke 2 weeks ago by it was 17 points.
Week. Yeah, it was just last week.
No, last week UVA beat Virginia Tech this past week, but last week it was by 17 points, 34-17. It doesn't happen that often. There have been instances of even back-to-back, like final week game, the next week conference title game rematches. There have been instances of that.
Yeah, I remember Cincinnati Memphis is one I remember.
Spaz, who was it? Who was in the Pac-12? It was Stanford, UCLA. Stanford, UCLA, like ended the season playing each other, and then played in the title game the next week. Stanford won both of them.
I think so.
I think that was the last one specifically I could remember. That was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, UCLA played in a Pac-12 championship game.
They were in the South. That was a weak ass South team. Yeah, that was a weak South Pac-12.
Well, the conference titles get started.
Well, Oregon, Utah. No, that was still a few weeks between each other.
Friday.
But yeah,
Friday. We have 3 conference championship games.
Was that when Oregon denied Utah the chance to play for the Pac-12 or for
no. He's Glenn was talking there. He was talking 2021 where Mario left for Miami, and Utah beat the shit out of Oregon, and then a few weeks later we played them again. They beat the shit out of Oregon again in the conference game.
Yeah,
I think it was a few weeks. You're good, Glenn. I think it was like 3-4 weeks, something like that. I think that was UCLA Utah or UCLA Stanford game. I literally was like that Saturday, and then that next Friday they played for the title, and Stanford beat them both times or whatever.
Yeah,
it was bizarre. It was like
UVA does have a very good lacrosse program.
Well, the first. The first.
Look at how Spaz is trying to say, fuck Duke, fuck Virginia. I want to talk about Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State.
Yes.
And Troy and James Madison. 21.5 points. James Madison.
Troy and James Madison, are they brothers?
Yeah. But that's for the group of 5 bid, basically.
Yeah, you got James Madison, and you have North Texas at Tulane.
And at Tulane,
later.
right.
And it's JMU is 22.5 point favorite, and then the North Texas Tulane game is only 2.5.
So who's
2.5?
Tulane. Tulane.
North Texas.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, Tulane, will they be without their head coach? Do you know?
North Texas without theirs, maybe. I don't know if they're going to coach the games, though. Yeah, I assume they're going to coach the conference title game, but maybe not after that. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
So could we enter the playoffs with multiple teams coaching without their head coaches?
Ole Miss won't have one.
And then the North Texas Tulane.
But James Madison's going to relevate that. If James Madison wins, they're in, and North Texas and Tulane are out.
Then no, not necessarily. I mean, if Duke wins the ACC, then we may have 2 in this.
I assume there's some sort of agreement here with a lot of these coaches that maybe I'm not saying all the coaches, but a bunch of them are saying, look, I want to do the conference style game.
They
If
only
we
got
win
UVA by 3 points over Duke.
2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
How?
Why would it be any higher?
I'm just saying. I'm saying a lot of these coaches, look, they have specifications that contract saying, look, I want to coach a conference style game that I'm involved with. If I get to go further, I'd like to coach them throughout the. This is not unheard of, by the way. Remember, this is not unheard of. So some programs, if they really want that coach, they will say, yeah, go ahead, but you still have to perform recruiting duties during it for our school. And they will do it if they can then coach their team through it and stick with their players. So we don't know. I don't know the stipulations. Lane Kiffin, I assume, walked out of Ole Miss. He's out. He gone. We don't know about these other coaches for sure.
He's already arrived in LSU.
That's what I'm saying. I
just
said Lane Kiffin out. I said we don't know about the other coaches here at these other schools, whether they're going to stick around and do conference style games, maybe even playoff appearances occur. Because look, again, this is not unheard of. I don't know why we're arguing about this. Dan Lanning did it at Georgia. He accepted the Oregon job, stuck on with Georgia, threw national titles, still recruiting for Oregon while doing that, and then left. It's not unheard of. Coaches can do it. He's an assistant coach, got it, not a head coach, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Happens all the time. Tom Herman at Ohio State was hired at Houston. He was the head coach at Houston while he guided the Ohio State off.
You can do it. It takes a lot of work and effort. But if you're saying, hey, look, it's going to be like a 30-day stretch, I'll work both jobs, do it simultaneously, but I'm still committed to this team right now while I'm doing this, then I'm on board. If they're getting a good guy that they want, they will commit to that.
Of course. Well, why would you sacrifice a couple weeks before, to land the guy that you want?
Because all you have to do is promote. I'm the new head coach, and players will gravitate to you a lot as a coach.
Here's the $1 million question. If BYU, 13.5 point underdog, beats Texas Tech in the Big 12 title game, does that get 2 Big 12 teams in?
Yes.
Ooh,
Texas Tech is in no matter what. So, yeah, and BYU obviously sitting where they are, they would be.
BYU is technically, according to the committee, on the outside looking in right now. But if they win that Big 12 title, that puts 2 teams in. That says goodbye, Texas, goodbye, Miami. You don't have a shot.
I think that's more than reasonable to assume because the fact that Texas Tech beat BYU, especially in the fashion they did originally. So if BYU then beat them.
That's the only reason I can see the big point spread.
Yeah. BYU beat them by even 3. I think BYU would have to be in, and they'd avenge their one loss, and Texas Tech would have suffered one loss, but in a championship game. Or second loss, but the second loss being in the championship game. So I would say you'd have a great argument to have obviously 2 Big 12 teams in.
Can I bring up a brief Heisman discussion? I don't like talking about this award very much, but this will highlight why I don't like this award at all.
The Disney Award?
Okay. So we're talking right now about Fernando Mendoza, Julian Sant, like all these Jeremiah Love, these offensive skill players that should be up for the award. The best players in college football this year, from what I've seen, they're guys like David Bailey at Texas Tech, Ruben Bain at Miami, Arvell Reese at Ohio State. Those guys should be in New York. Like, this has been a defense-dominated year. in college football. From what and somehow it's still going to go to an offensive scope. We're still going to have 3 quarterbacks and
Yeah, excuse me.
and we're still gonna have 3 quarterbacks and a token Jeremiah Love.
I think your problem this I think your problem your problem this year is that the Heisman Foundation wasted it on Travis Hunter last year.
But he was a gimmick guy. I mean,
I know, but they wasted a Heisman on Travis Hunter when they should have just given it to we know who.
Ashton.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So now they're like defense. Fuck that.
No, but
you're repeating the cycle because you wasted it on Travis Hunter.
But Travis Hunter won it because he played offense, and he was a good offense. He was a really good receiver.
I'm not saying he wasn't a good receiver or a good cornerback, but did he deserve to win the Blitnikoff best defensive back and the no, absolutely not. He did not deserve to win all 3. Sorry,
Hey,
no.
I gotta put a shout out here for the best new T-shirt that I've seen for display. It is the CCU University. If you watched any of the Oregon post-game stuff yesterday, you probably saw it, Ben. If you saw any of their post-game stuff, Bryce Betcher and the whole guy, Caucasian Collision Unit. And they were all wearing it. And it's Dylan Thienemann's. It was Dylan Thienemann's idea. They call themselves the Caucasian Collision Unit.
Well, in all fairness, Thienemann is the one guy who like body slammed that one fucking offensive guy. He was like fucking like whiplash that motherfucker on the ground. I was like,
do you guys have any good players on the team that you didn't steal from somebody else?
Jordan Davison,
Bryce
Deere
Betcher,
Hill, Noah Whittington, Bryce Betcher, even Dante Moore. I mean, we took him from UCLA, but he was committed to Oregon first. So he got benched by Chip Kelly. So we just reformed him after a year. Made him amazing. Look at our O-line. Poncho, Tatum Tuioti.
See, I just
fucking Mateo Youngale. USC fans are kicking themselves about Bear Alexander after that USC loss.
Bear Alexander. How many schools did he go to?
This is 3rd: Georgia, USC, and Oregon. But after he quit on USC last year, he trolled the USC people after this last game, and USC fans have been losing their fucking minds about it because he was like, yeah, this is what dedication, commitment, and work ethic looks like as he's like tackling people from USC. Oregon's got a lot of the secondary is freshmen, so I mean, it's all good. Oregon's developing. This is the first team under Dan Lanning. But anyways, who's excited to watch Georgia, Alabama? Not really. Yeah, not really.
13-10.
No. I don't think. I think both teams' offenses are better than their defenses. So.
God, the over/under is 47 on that game.
I mean,
really?
I'll watch it, but I mean, if Georgia put up 16 against Georgia Tech, and again, the ACC is supposed to suck, right? It's supposed to be fucking garbage. You put up 16 points against Georgia Tech. Now watch you put up 40 against Alabama. I could argue the SEC is maybe not as good as the SEC claims they are. Again, Alabama just got run on in the game 1 by Florida State, who's not going bowling. So
yeah, I mean, here's yesterday's yummy stats.
Yummy
For
stat.
those-
Ooh, delicious. Let's
yeah.
go.
Alabama Heisman Trophy candidate Ty Simpson, 19 of 35 for 122 yards
That's
and 3
atrocious.
touchdowns.
Auburn's defense is actually freaking sick.
I will say Auburn's defense is pretty decent, but that's an atrocious stat. That's terrible.
Ashton Daniels was 18 of 39, 46% for 259.
Those are some big plays coming through the air.
And he ran for 108 yards on the ground as well. 108 of their 152 yards on the ground were by their quarterback. Outside of him, they had no rushing attack. And they were driving for a game-tying touchdown and just fumbled the ball. I could not believe that. I was at the bar watching it. I'm like, yes, come on. And then he just get inside the 20 and he just all of a sudden coughs the ball up. I was like, what
that's
the
like giving
fuck?
up the 4th and 32 Hail Mary before Alabama. It's like that's just Auburn shooting themselves in the foot consistently, just at the worst times possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ty Simpson put up a lot of big numbers, a lot of big games against, I think, defenses that weren't up to snuff. I mean, I think he built a lot. I think he kind of bump hunted a lot this year. Right?
Yeah, here we go.
Against Oklahoma,
Gunners,
bad game. Auburn, bad game. Okay, you played two good defenses in SEC play, and you sucked in both of them.
Gunner Stockton was 11 of 21 for 70 yards.
Yeah.
Against Georgia Tech. 70.
We've been hearing all year about how these guys are like legitimate, like Heisman candidates and top 10 draft picks. And the SEC, I think, has like two good quarterbacks, and one of them is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mr. Trinidad Chandler.
Well, in all fairness, too, when they did those Heisman candidate, like they're up for it, that was like they had like a 300-yard game, and they're like, look at this guy. And it's like, yeah, that was an impressive game. Then you see him like, again, like you just said, against Georgia Tech. Again, the ACC is supposed to suck fucking ass. And they won by 7. 16-19. Like, what in the fuck? You know? Like, it's just those type of games. I get it. Rivalry games, I understand. Oregon's had ugly games too, so I'm not going to shit on a team, but not a way to fucking roll out confidence meter in the finale of your season against a okay opponent.
Hey, I just looked at the tickets for the first round playoff game. They're like 167.
Oh, projected.
Well, yeah, they released the ticket information for all season ticket holders yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, it's probably going to fluctuate depending on who the opponent is, though.
But right now, they're saying the cheapest ticket is right now it's 167.
You can buy tickets in advance. Like you can.
Oh, thank God we lost Sean. Thank God the Neanderthal. He froze back in time.
You got a storm, Sean? Oh, there you go.
Ah, shit. I was like, call the museum.
Okay. So I'm trying to see on SeatGeek right now.
All right, Spaz cleans his teeth. I'm going to brush on my clean shave while Sean reloads here. Carry on, Spaz, with your dental work. Oh, he's back.
Check. Okay, so I guess when I browse here, it just freezes me. Yeah, when I went on SeatGeek just a second ago, it had the lowest ticket prices at 312 for Oregon. But so
Spaz, we got a new one. We
rascal,
got
rascal.
a new follower, newer one. Yes. We have been here all season long, Rascal. Thank you.
Yeah, we've
Do
been
us
here
a
all
favor,
season.
everyone. Do us a favor, everyone. I hate to always say it. I hate to remind it. I do it at the beginning of the show. I try to do it at the end of the show, but sometimes I forget. But if you can, just hit everyone quickly. Just hit the like button. Helps the show a lot. Doesn't hurt you at all. You don't get electrocuted or nothing like that. And consider subscribing. We're here all year round for Oregon stuff, but here with the After Dark, we'll figure the off-season stuff. With the playoffs, we'll still be here talking about the matchups because they're going to be intriguing. There will be some intriguing matchups. I think the CFP is going to throw some foreseen and some whammies at us. I think there are going to be some really interesting matchups coming up.
Hey, we're up to 81 now.
Oh my god, I'm going to go fucking jerk off somewhere. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. I'm fine.
We're
I
19
already
away from 100 subscribers.
that's our goal. 100 before the end of the season, the regular season. Well, not the regular season, but before the end of
Thank
this
you, Brasco.
year. So by mid-January, 100 subs for our first season in.
I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, that would be a good, pretty solid. I would accept that, no doubt. Oh, Jesus Christ!
As our friend Jackson would say, Oregon is voice college or fucking whatever the fuck they are, Ben and Spaz over there on Quacking Off. They're 19 votes away, 19 subs away from the magic number of 100.
Are you
Please
Jackson?
go over there and help them.
Jackson or Joey Foster? What voice was that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you said a code word, Spaz. You said a code word.
Vaguely
Oh.
Southern.
You said a code word / key term, and that I will accept that on this show. I apologize there, Sean. All right, you said it, so I had to do it. I mean, that's just the rules of the show. Minus the other clips. You mind your manners. All right. Post it. Share it out, Jason. Share it out. 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 Everyone who shares this show out a little bit here and there on X, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, it helps us out a lot. We appreciate it because we're going to be here. We're always going to do it.
It's kind of a weird system, isn't it?
It is. I mean, her pussy's getting slapped around. It's getting beat down.
Yeah.
Why not just give her a little?
I thought they were just going for fuck Washington, but okay. I thought that's all they were going for, but okay. Spaz took that into his own hands.
No, we have to create some shorts and some TikTok reels.
You're right. That's why I was trying to keep this show segmented into 3 things so I could make clips. But we know how the show goes, so I was like, well, after a while,
hey, we did pretty well, I think, tonight.
No, not too bad. But we know how we just stroll off course and just start talking about shit. Like last week, we went for like 45 minutes about nothing before even getting into the show topics. It was like, oh, Jesus.
We were talking about the Cal opening last week.
That's right. Oh, and shout out to Cal knocking out SMU completely.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Cal.
That helps
And
Miami. That helps Miami.
absolutely just throwing a wrench of chaos into the entire playoff machinery here.
Yeah, I
So,
saw this score. I saw that score and I was like, really, SMU? Really? 38-35? Fuck me. Like,
I
really?
called that. I called that game.
So that Miami with their 8 guys that are going to go
0.1% chance.
But they've got their 0.1. That's Miami's right now.
Yeah, they were saying it was very, very weak, but
yeah, it's
they might
amazing.
make it.
I mean, this playoff committee. Yeah, Notre Dame, who basically gets 2 freebies off the beginning of the year, and then plays nobody the rest of the year, gets in. Like I said, I think they're really, really, really damn good, but I'm not sure they belong in. And now they're, if they get in, which they will get in this year. There's no way they're not. But it doesn't. It serves them to not change anything about the way they're doing anything right now.
Oh, sorry. It doesn't change what they're doing right now. Carry on.
No. I'm they could be in the ACC as a full-fledged member and they would win that league without a problem. I think, but it's like, we can sit here and we can negotiate our own media rights deals, and we can be a part of a league as much as it conveniences us, and then we can opt out of the parts where we might be a little disadvantaged, and we can pick or choose our way through life, and nothing. We pay no consequences for it.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, that's fair. Sean, please do shout out. Jason wants you to talk about it. Please do shout out the Kutztown Bears.
Kutztown, yeah. What? Yeah, go Kutztown. Yeah. Kutztown, the alma mater of one John Mobley, former great Denver Broncos linebacker from the late 90s, 2000s. Kutztown, Pennsylvania. I think it's the PSEC schools, one of the Pennsylvania. It's a Division II school. They have played luminary universities like Gannon and in Bloomsburg and Edinburgh through the years, I mean, so yeah. Go Kutztown, the one of the great Western Pennsylvania Division II schools out there.
I didn't even take time to Google it. I was just like, Sean, talk about it. I don't know. Normally, I would Google it, and I'd be like, all right, what the fuck?
Okay, Kutztown, Pittsburgh area, or Western Pennsylvania.
See, I know I've heard of Assumption. I hadn't heard of Kutztown. I don't think. I honestly had not heard of that. I've heard of Assumption. But...
John Mobley, Pro Bowl linebacker for the Broncos back in the late 90s.
Nice. Beautiful.
From Kutztown.
Cool.
I almost forgot the most famous Kutztown alum, which you guys, anybody that's old and follow football definitely knows. Andre Reed is from Kutztown.
Oh yeah, of course.
Andre Reed, the Buffalo Bills receiver, played at Kutztown. So yeah, you got two. Oh, Kutztown's closer to Eastern Pennsylvania. Okay. Whatever.
It's in Pennsylvania, Jason. Stop being critical. Jesus Christ. Late night, he's drunk. Look at that hair. I mean, can you not see he's fried his brain multiple times? It's like just standing up crazily. I thought my hair was fucking wild. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
You need a haircut,
Jesus.
or I do?
I'm getting one tomorrow.
Oh, do you know who one of the biggest Ohio State fans is? That I never knew until yesterday.
The guy that shows up at every game, painted.
Yeah.
No.
Not,
This
I
guy's famous. This guy's famous. Ben, you know him quite well.
Me?
No, Ben knows him very well.
Do I?
Yeah.
Rob Lowe?
No.
Oh, what are you considering famous?
He's pretty famous. He's comedic.
Comedic?
Yep.
Damn it, spit it out.
He's been underground with you, Ben.
Oh my God, Matt Rife.
Yes, sir.
What a fucking bitch. What a bitch.
He was posting all over his social media from Ohio State from the big game pregame and shit yesterday.
What a bitch. Oh, I didn't mean to turn that.
Is that Rife from Ohio?
I assume so, because yesterday he was like, he was on the field after the game and shit. And
What a bitch.
This is awesome podcasting here.
What a bitch. Is anyone in the chat familiar? I met Matt Rife. What a bitch. I will say that.
yeah.
Never messaged me back.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't ask the guy that you just met if he wants a cuddle party.
I did not ask that.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
I did not ask that.
That's not what he told me.
I did not. You never talked to Matt Rife. You can shut your fuck up mouth. Like you never talked to Matt Rife. You shut the fuck up.
I didn't say he had, but I did say that's not what he told me.
It's true. That's fair. I'll ask Jackson McQueen, his one of his buddy comedians, and he'll be like, "Yeah, that was never mentioned." He will confirm.
Are you name dropping right now? I'll ask.
You shut your whole mouth. No, we do not.
Yeah,
you do not.
All right, we hit the 2-hour mark. We can go home now.
Yay! So all I'll do is this. Because you brought it up, Spaz. You're to blame for this.
Yep.
You're to blame. You're to blame. You're to blame. You're to blame. I will say this over and over and over again. Because I can't. And now I don't know what it is.
I've got it. I'm just waiting for Sean to say the words.
Well, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
We're already
Sean?
at that point?
Yeah, we're at that point, man. It's
not
time.
It's not going to happen. 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 It's not going to happen.
You played it earlier tonight.
I did. So I guess in a way, let's do a little outro. Not interesting, but a little different outro. Let's do it this way. It is the end of the 2025 college football regular season already, which sucks.
You're echoing.
Not me. I have headphones on.
Somebody's echoing.
That's Sean. as usual because he keeps playing with his dick stick. See, now it's gone.
Yep.
It's the end of the regular season, so that's unfortunate because a lot of teams' seasons come to an end dramatically. They're done. It's over. Not going bowling or have just a tiny bowl to look forward to. There's other teams that are waiting to see if they fall in the playoff realm. Then there's other teams that are looking forward to championship games. What do you just want to see,
Bluetooth
Sean,
mode.
for your team coming up?
Bluetooth connected.
What in the fuck is happening? This is a professional fucking show. I can't handle this fucking bullshit nonsense over here. You know what? That's Jason. I see your comment, but God damn it, I'm not even getting James Franklin, Virginia Tech. I don't know how I forgot about that. Great hire by Virginia Tech. Great hire. Sean, what do you need to see from your team going into just specifically this game with Indiana, and where can people stalk you if they want to online?
Can you repeat the first part of that question? I was messing with. Okay.
Well, you were diddling with the little dick stick. Of course you were. I know.
Yeah.
Look at your hair. It's fucking static again. Jesus fuck, man. I'm gonna come shave your head. Anyways, what can you expect or hope to see from Ohio?
Don't lash out because you're jealous. All right.
What do you want to see from Ohio State this week against Indiana? And where can people stalk you online?
I want to see them emerge with no injuries, and I would a bonus would be winning.
No.
So that's what I want to see. I mean, I think these are two of the top few teams in the country. So, and this is a game with some serious stakes. I mean, a Big Ten championship is not nothing, but there's a bigger prize down the road. So, yeah, I mean, you've got to be a little bit cautious about a lot of the things. A lot of it, I'm excited for the game for sure. I think it'll be a fun and entertaining watch, but I really, really don't want to see this team sacrifice anything in pursuit of winning this game. Honestly, you've just got to keep this in perspective, which is an unfortunate reality we have in the current playoff settings. But yeah, conference championship weekend isn't as meaningful as it used to be. I don't know what else to say.
Ooh. Actually, I apologize. I think that's 100% one fair point. One, get in, get out, win or lose, don't have any issues. Well, Jason just answered on myself. I'm not going to look at the chat, but for you, quickly, don't look at the chat. James Franklin, the second head coach to be in the SEC, Big Ten, and ACC. Who is the first?
Oh God, this would take more thought than this would have been a good question for me a couple of beers ago.
I know. I didn't realize this was a question. I thought he was bringing up James Franklin being a head coach and renamed, hired.
Trying to think maybe of a coach that I don't think Lee Corso. No, he never. He was a head coach in all three conferences. There aren't that many that have been head coaches in both the SEC and Saban never coached in the ACC for sure.
No.
Ooh.
Bam, 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 bam. He says, since you're all scared of my trivia question, I didn't ignore it. I didn't realize the question. I apologize.
Oh God, yes. NC. Yeah. Lou Holtz also coached at Arkansas, which was part of the Southwestern Conference at the time. But,
Oh, and shout out Arkansas. They hired oh shit, what's his name?
Yeah,
now?
the Memphis coach.
Oh god.
Yeah.
His name just fucking went out my mind all of a sudden. Arkansas hired him. Good. I think I okay grab for Arkansas. I mean, what are they gonna do? Hire Bobby Petrino and give him a bike again? You know?
And more hookers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, shut up, Jason. Dick. That's why Jason comes back, because we're verbally abusive to him.
Yeah. He likes
Silverfield. That's okay. Thank you. So
he likes being donkey punched.
Is it Silverton or Silverfield? I think it's
Silverfield.
It's Silverfield. Okay. I was like, that sounds right. I literally looked at it earlier, and I'm Silver. God damn it. It's somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. Jesus Christ. People are terrible. I looked them up earlier, and I think I closed a bunch of tabs, and that's why I'm like, shit. We forgot a few names. Spaz!
Yeah.
Where can people find you at a barber shop? Because you need a goddamn haircut if Mrs. Spaz will take you to one. And where can people find you online?
Dude, I'm almost out of hair. My hair is thinning so bad.
Rogaine.
We
or
cannot tell.
Hims.com. Hims.com.
Yeah. For $995, we can get you this.
Hey,
a new head of hair.
Beauty is expensive, bitch.
Yeah. People can find me on X at Sean's Spazdrag _Spazdrag. Hey, you can find me here with Ben on Quacking Off every Tuesday and or Wednesday nights, doing our weekly show. This week, we're going to have a weekly recap on Tuesday, and Wednesday, it looks like, I'm waiting for, I should know tomorrow. Looks like we may have Florida 1991 Florida national champion George Rushing and his wife, Mama Rush, and we're going to talk about their two boys who are on the defensive side for Oregon. We had them on last year, and they're gracious and willing to come on our show again, since we're going to be filling some gaps for a couple of weeks. Last week we had Bryce Betcher's dad on. Brett, he was a great guy. Had a great 2-hour talk. It was fun. And we're going to get George, we're going to get him to talk about Coach Spurrier and his experiences at Florida. And then we'll talk about the kids and the Oregon season, their thoughts about going into the Bulls, and where George sees Oregon as a team right now.
Right. Yeah, and then we'll also hopefully either Tuesday or the following week we'll have a former guest that we had last year on. I won't get into who it is, but we'll have him on to do a little season recap and projection of what he sees the team as being and how he feels it out. Special guest, so I won't get into it. But yeah, Sean, Spaz, Adam, who went to go choke a chicken or get his chicken choked. I'm not sure how the Italians phrase that. You know, they're Italian. Who knows? Who gives a fuck?
Choke a chicken.
They live in Jersey. No one lives in Jersey. Who gives a fuck? I just lost.
He had to off a whore who got mouthy and throw her in the Hudson.
I didn't say this. I did not say that. I did not say that.
Oh yeah.
This is the tip I got.
Great.
Anyways, yeah everyone.
He got a message on the show. He said,
Where are you
Yeah,
going,
this-
Brain?
Back to the cage to plan for tomorrow night.
Why? What are we going to do tomorrow night?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
I think Spaz's fat fingers hit the wrong button. I'm not sure if that was the right one or not, but we just went with it.
"No, it never is."
All right. Well, anyways, yeah, everyone, please follow Spaz and I here on the Quacking Off channel. As
also
we
go
do,
to our TikTok channel, Quacking Off 2.
That's right. And the Twitter channel, we are there posting here and there. And we'll have other guests on, especially during the off season, but especially during the playoff season. Sean, everyone follow him here. Sean, thank you for being here. Adam, thank you for being here. All of our other usual cast of delinquent members that come on
Never
this
show
channel.
up anymore.
Well, they're here and
Jeffrey.
there. People got things to do. But thank you, everyone in the chat.
People have probation hearings to attend in the morning, and
That's
you
right.
know.
I'm off this morning, so I'm off
Okay.
tomorrow. So. But yeah, everyone, please hit the thumbs up quickly in the video for the video here, the live stream. Hit the subscribe. We will be back next Sunday. Spaz and I will be back Tuesday or maybe also Wednesday. We'll see how this week goes with the guests. And other than that, I guess the final thing here is who wants to do it? Do you both want to simultaneously do it?
Sean.
Do you both want to simultaneously do this?
Can we harmonize like this? I mean,
What do you say, buddy?
let's
What are the magic words?
let's play this out. Okay,
It doesn't matter.
On three, we're going underground and we're not gonna get killed. 1, 2, 3.
We're going underground and we're not gonna get killed.
They were indeed killed underground. We were here. Our guide bailed.
All right, that was the wrong video. I apologize. That was me, Matt. That was me, name Matt Rife. I'm sorry, I didn't get that far. It's a minute and 30.
That was cool, though.
Okay, you want to do the pod charts out, and I'll just play that, and then we'll just exit out on that. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll play that. All right. Give us the words, you guys, simultaneously. How about this?
Yeah.
Do you hear me? 3, 2, 1.
Pop chart. Play us out.
I just got a hard on.
Oh man!
Not from the Pop Tart of the referee, but from the Catacomb video.
Oh, this is gonna have some residual afterburn here.
Well, what do you mean? He
Crispy-
uses cocoa butter in a substantial amount.
Oh, it is exactly how I want it. Burnt around the edges, but a dark fruit.
Fuck me. Really? All right. Here's your Catacomb video, me, Matt Rife, so Sean can fucking blister infamy and pity. We'll see you all fucking next week. God damn it. Burn around the edges, really, Sean? Fucking A.
On three, we're going underground and we're not gonna get killed. 1, 2, 3.
We're going underground and we're not gonna get killed.
They were indeed killed underground. We were here. Our guide bailed on us. What? And that was the same guy that had been there like over 300 times. He was asleep down there. What? And he just like completely bailed on us. What's up, man?
Okay, all right.
But I mean, we do have to be quiet and fast. How many times have you been down here, man? Number 5.
That's not a lot.
This is number 3 for me.
Not a lot.
And out of those, this being your 5th time, out of those 4 times, how many times do you get lost?
Every time.
Is this guy even French?
No.
What?
No, he's not. I couldn't find anyone that lived in France to take us. You a virgin? For the man, I am. For the man? Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna be a long night. Get ready for the best 4 or 5 seconds, minutes of your life.
right, Indiana Bones.
That's it right there, bro. Indiana Bones. That's it.
Awesome.
That's a weird sweat stain you got there.
Yeah, you got one boob? I like him again. He just like that Hero game, I guess.
Fuck off, everyone.
We're still fucking live?